Keyshawn Davis knocks out Dennis Berinchyk, round 4. He gets a WBO lightweight championship. A couple of things here. One, the lightweight division, the lightweight champions in boxing right now. That's the best collection of champions in any weight class that we have in the sport right now. It's the best one. You have Keyshawn Davis has WBO. The IBF belongs to Vasily Lomachenko, still a champion. Don't know for how much longer he's going to fight. And honestly, if he were to unify with Keyshawn Davis next, because that's something that Top Rank could push for, probably should. If Top Rank does that, then I wouldn't pick Vasily Lomachenko to win that fight, but he's still a really good fighter. It's just, can he still be elite fighters? Doesn't seem like that's the case, but still. The WBA, I went on way too long on that. The WBA, Gervonta Davis is a champion. He's going to fight Lamont Roach in a couple weeks. He's going to fight WBA super featherweight champion. So second time he's doing that in a couple of years, because Hector Luis Garcia was also the WBA super featherweight champion before fighting Gervonta Davis, and Gervonta Davis knocked him out. And then the WBC champion at lightweight is Shakur Stevenson. So you have Keyshawn Davis, Shakur Stevenson, Gervonta Davis, and Vasily Lomachenko. That's 4 really high-level fighters. And that's the best collection of champions that you have right now in any weight class. Lightweight has the best class of champions right now in the sport. And Keyshawn Davis, so this week was interesting. Keyshawn Davis shows up to the press conference. 1, has a haircut. 2, outstanding suit. I was there at the presser. Didn't think the businessman was going to bring it in that way, so to speak. And I thought that was a nice touch. So he steps into the press conference and he's talking about Dennis Berinchyk as being racist, which we later found out he's not responsible for this. But there was at Keyshawn Davis's hotel, they were talking about how there was this box, it had bananas, it had a watermelon, and obviously racist. But Dennis Berinchyk, he thought Dennis Berinchyk was behind it, and it was revealed later it wasn't the case. It's believed that Teofimo Lopez was. Teofimo Lopez posted a video eating a banana, watching Keyshawn Davis's reaction to this, laughing also, which he's just... Teofimo Lopez is a lot of things. But that right there was just, no. Like, even though it's boxing and people do use this to promote fights, like, that's corny. And honestly, I'm not sure we should do that anyway. But I don't think that should be tolerated. Keyshawn Davis went as far as saying reportedly that he wouldn't fight Teofimo Lopez because it would make him a lot of money. But I would watch the hell out of that fight, because I think Keyshawn Davis would also... I think, honestly, Keyshawn Davis probably beats him, because Teofimo Lopez has a problem where he's not focused, more than like once every 4 times he fights. We go to the press conference, that happens. Keyshawn Davis does a scrum. He's heated the entire time. Not heated the entire time, but he's asked about this, obviously, as you would, and he's heated. He gets heated again at the weigh-in. Going into the fight, I was like, all right, this is going to be tough, because Berinchyk is weird, awkward style fighter. And after all that happened, I was like, oh, Keyshawn actually might stop him, even though, it was later revealed that Berinchyk wasn't behind that. And this fight looked very easy after the first couple of rounds. Now, it only lasted 4, as you can see on the screen here. Keyshawn Davis knocked him out in the 4th round. Beautiful body shot. Just an excellent body shot. Actually, let's go and find this right now. So Keyshawn Davis, this is how he puts away Dennis Berinchyk in round 4. And there's a body shot, left hook. So Dennis Berinchyk doesn't see this coming. That's why it hurts so damn much. He goes, they get sort of tangled up here. He's got his head behind Keyshawn Davis's head. He's trying to hold him down, clinch. And as that's happening, Keyshawn Davis finds the opportunity to just lay it into him right here to the body. This is just excellent technique here, too. Just right exactly where you want to catch him. This is the second knockdown, by the way. There was one earlier in the fight in round 3. He just caught him to the body. And you could see Dennis Berinchyk, like, immediately just down. He did not like these body shots at all in this fight. So Keyshawn Davis kind of knows it and is celebrating and whatnot. But it was just an excellent body shot to knock out Dennis Berinchyk. And here you have the punch stats from Copy Box, because who else? Keyshawn Davis lands 20 punches in this fight, just 20. 15 of them power punches. And then when you look at deeper beyond the final report, or deeper into the final report, excuse me, Keyshawn Davis has 10 punches landed in round 3. Only 4 in round 4 because this ends very early. Dennis Berinchyk was wildly inaccurate, just wild in general in this fight. So he only lands 14 punches in this fight. Dennis Berinchyk does, as you can see here on the screen. Keyshawn Davis doesn't take a ton here. Body shots landed. He landed 6 of the 20. All of them hurt, it appeared. And it was just a great performance from Keyshawn Davis, specifically in those last 2 rounds. In the first 2 rounds, it was fill out rounds. The first round was kind of sloppy from both sides, a lot of clinching. Dennis Berinchyk was trying to clinch a lot early on, which was, weird. But Keyshawn Davis is a star, man. Like, that's just really what it comes down to. If you just sort of look at these numbers and what they're telling you, dominant performance in those last couple rounds. But ultimately, like, yeah, he's a star, this guy. Keyshawn Davis comes through against a dude who beats Emmanuel Navarrete, which isn't a small thing, although Emmanuel Navarrete could be maddeningly inconsistent. But Keyshawn Davis with the body shot knockout, like, that's forceful. That's intentional. That's just great stuff right there. And that is the type of thing that can really push you to the next level. So in terms of what's next for Keyshawn Davis, I'd be curious to see if he's going to fight Vasily Lomachenko in a unification, if he's just going to defend the title right now. In the rankings for the WBO leading up to this fight at lightweight, and Keyshawn Davis, well, actually is a champion already, but Raymond Murataya is a name that has come up, but he looks like he's going to be fighting Zahar Abdullayev, and that's going to be in May. So that's going to have a lot of weight in terms of who gets a title shot down the line and what have you. Keyshawn Davis, I think, is probably destined to fight Murataya if Murataya wins that fight, but that'll be later in the year. I don't know if Keyshawn Davis is going to wait that long. Maybe he has a fight in the midst of that. Maybe there's a stay busy fight where he takes a challenger that's not necessarily the top ranked guy and fights them later on in Norfolk or something like that in the summer or whatever. Norfolk. I always struggle with that word. Shout out to the Tides. And yeah, that's kind of where we're at with Keyshawn Davis. So let's get into Xander Zayas now.